saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing to start the drive. Moses, throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Moses. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And that is incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Mikey, 18.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Patterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. Moses, touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
97, smash, red. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyquan Thornton, 78 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moses. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Moses. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Moses. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moses, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing on first down, Moses. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Moses. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sly able to put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw on 2nd down. Moses flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Moses. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow, go. Red, yellow.
Back to throw.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moses, he's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Off play action. Moses. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Red, cycle.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Tyquan Thornton, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake. Moses. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Moses. He finds his man. Complete. That's Weber.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
They'll look to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Yeah. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Going quickly out to the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
In motion goes the tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
Come on, set, 45, white. All day, dog. Smash, red. Here we go. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. I got you.
Looking to throw.
Connects with Slayton.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Okay, right? 52 blaster. Claws red. 41 Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Buying time to his left. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Black shot.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Yellow. Zoom.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. The Vikings send out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Okay, break.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage of game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Patterson again.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for the Commanders,
it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.